What's up, Gator Nation? What's up, Rolling with Carlos family? I appreciate all the support, all the comments in the comment section below of the videos and shorts that I have put out on the channel. I truly, truly appreciate it. We're now at 1,522 subscribers. Appreciate the entire support. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and talk about the number 3 offensive tackle from the Peach State as he lines up high-profile 7 schools for a spring tour. And we're also going to talk about another recruit that is highly on the radar of John Summerall and the Gators staff, which I've already spoken about him in 2 previous videos. But I'm going to talk about him this time because he said that Florida wants him, that he's a priority, and that Florida wants him to be a leader of the 2027 class. But first, let's talk about the recruit from the Peach State, the number 3 tackle from the Peach State, which has set up 7 school tours during the spring. The nation's number 3 offensive tackle, Kate Fiedler, lines up high-profile 7 school spring tour. Carrollton, Georgia, high top on 100 offensive tackle. Fiedler is an elite talent nationally according to 24/7 Sports. The 6'4", 310 pound is slotted as the number 16 overall player in the nation and the number 3 offensive tackle overall and the number 2 recruit from the Peach State. Here's the latest on his recruiting process. This article was written by Tom Lloyd of Swamp 24/7. Carlton, Georgia, high top 100 offensive tackle Kate Fiedler is an elite talent nationally according to, like I already said that. On the offer front, he has nearly 30 schools to choose from. Just about every major program across the country is pushing to land the commitment. Before the class of 2028 prospect makes the commitment, I'm sorry, this kid is a 2028 prospect, the first one, the number 2 offensive tackle. He needs to take some visits. Here's the latest. Fiedler tells 24/7 Sports that he has 7 spring trips lined up. He will see Florida, Tennessee, Auburn, Virginia Tech, Ohio State. Georgia and South Carolina in the coming months. Taking things further, Fiedler went in depth about each top contender as he moves a little closer to his final decision. The visits are as follows, guys. He has a visit set for Florida on March 7th. Florida's tradition, SEC competition, and player development really stand out to me. I'm excited to experience the Swamp and see how everything operates up close. Tennessee visit, March 21st. I like the direction of the program and how the staff develops their players. You can tell they care about the development on and off the field. I'm very excited that they want me to come out there to their spring practice is structured and how players interact. Being able to step inside the atmosphere and see how everything operates is something I'm really looking forward to. Auburn, March 28th. Auburn is a program built on toughness and pride. When you watch them play, you see physical football and a team that competes hard. It was a pleasure seeing and meeting the staff when they stopped at Carrollton High School in January. Coach H is amazing. He and Coach Kaplovic stopped by. Kaplovic will be a dynamic duo. I have great I have a great bond with them both. I'm excited about the trip because I want to see how the team operates, how practice is structured, and what the atmosphere feels like inside the facility. I've heard the environment is special, so I'm looking forward to seeing it up close. Virginia Tech visit on April 4th. This is what he said about Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is a program built on toughness and identity. I've built a strong relationship with the staff, especially Coach Alexander. Coach Franklin is amazing, and I'm excited to experience the culture and see how everything runs up close. Ohio State visit on April the 6th. This is what he said about Ohio State. Ohio State has always been a program that plays with intensity and pride. When you watch them, you see speed, physicality, and discipline. It's a place where great players become elite. Coach Bowen and I have built a solid connection. That means a lot. I'm excited about the trip because I want to feel the environment for myself. I want to walk through the facility and see the way they operate day to day. It's definitely a visit I'm looking forward to. Georgia visit date April 9th. The University of Georgia is a program that really stands out. What I like most about them is the standard they built under Coach Kirby Smart. It is clear that development and competition are everything. They recruit at a high level and develop guys into NFL players. As far as staff connections, what really excites me is how personable Coach Smart is. He doesn't just talk football. He talks development, academics, and life after football. What has me most excited about the trip is getting to spend more time around the staff and players. South Carolina visit, date April 11th. University of South Carolina is a program that really stands out because of the energy and momentum they're building. What I like most about them is how hard they play and how competitive they are in the SEC every week. As far as staff connections, what I appreciate is the consistent communication that has been. The coaches are straightforward and they are making it clear what they expect from you and how you fit in the system. What has me excited about the trip is getting around the players and seeing the day-to-day operations and how they practice. 24/7 Sports Scouting Report via Director of Scouting Andrew Eavis. Youthful big man that got varsity reps as a ninth grader, likely to off-tackle guard versatility on Saturdays, and has already worked at both spots. Excels as a drive blocker and could thrive in a zone-heavy scheme. Nimble mover at this stage that plays with patience and balance. Tracking to start college well before his 18th birthday. Might need time in an incubator, but has all conference potential if it all comes together. Yes, his feet. I agree with this assessment. His footwork is pretty good. His handwork is pretty good. Needs to work on some of the technique, but his footwork is pretty good, and you'll see it in the highlights because I will put highlights about this young man in the video. So that's what we have for the number 2 tackle in Georgia, the Peach State, Mr. Fielder. And I hope you guys enjoy the highlights, and let me know the thoughts about Mr. Fielder down in the comments. And share the word about the channel, guys. Now an update on Tyler Alexander and what he had to say recently to Swamp 24/7. Florida continuing to view in-state 2027 defensive lineman Tyler Alexander as a priority. Alexander is a 6'3" 315-pound offensive lineman at Palm Beach Central High School in Wellington, Florida. This article was written yesterday by one of my favorite writers of Swamp 24/7, Tyler Harden. In-state 2027 defensive lineman Tyler Alexander has seen his recruitment surge over the past couple months. Early on the new staff time in Gainesville, the Gators identified Alexander as a priority target to keep him in the Sunshine State. They've seen him as a priority ever since. They always say they want me to be a leader in the 2027 class, Alexander told Swamp 24/7. Alexander, a 6'3.5", 350-pound defensive lineman out of Wellington, Florida, not only has an official visit set with the Gators from June 11th to the 13th, but he also has 2 spring visits set with Florida. The first for March 7th, and the second for the Orange and Blue spring game on April 11th. Florida is the only school that Alexander plans to visit twice in the spring. While his interest in Florida is a driving factor for that, the fact that the Swamp is close to home, that he has family in Gainesville, makes it that much easier to visit campus. It's more like I can do it, Alexander said. It's a 3-hour drive. I got family that lives up there. I can stay down there. I don't need a hotel. According to Alexander, the staff, led by defensive line coach Gerald Chapman, has been one of the most impressive, consistent staffs in the recruiting him in his process thus far. Either them or Texas A&M, Alexander said. Chapman has been in daily contact with both Alexander and his mother over the past few months. He talks to me almost every day, Alexander said. He talks to my mom every day. The Gators defensive line coach has been able to stand out to Alexander just how consistent he's been when recruiting him. But Alexander also sees his resume of developing defensive linemen as something that stands out as well. He has a good coaching history, Alexander said. Caleb Banks, things like that. I feel like he has a good history of coaching players that are built like me, and I feel like are very similar to me. He's just consistent. Along with the Gators, Alexander is set to visit Texas on March 13th, Georgia on March 21st, Syracuse on March 28th, Texas A&M on April 4th, Ohio State on April 18th, and Notre Dame on April 24th. Texas A&M, Texas, and Ohio State are specialty schools to watch for the in-state defensive linemen. Between 3 visits ahead of the Swamp, consistent communication from Chapman and the rest of the staff and successful visits to look back on, Florida has positioned itself very well in Alexander's recruitment at this time. Guys, I'm going to give you a crystal ball. I know Wilfong came out with a crystal ball last week about Alexander going to the Gators. Was it Wilfong or another reporter? I forgot who it was. But it's a reporter that came out and said that they had a 60% crystal ball that he's going to be a Gator. I'm going to go a little higher than that. My crystal ball, my personal crystal ball, because I'm in constant contact with this young man. He's a beast. He's a great talent. But I do have constant contact with this young man. Tyler Alexander, my crystal ball for Tyler Alexander to be a Gator next season and to come into the Gators, I put it at 75%. I can't share what I've talked to him about with in the videos. That's personal and I keep it private. But I put my crystal ball, my personal crystal ball, at 75% that Tyler Alexander will be a Gator next season and he'll commit to the Gators. Like always, I appreciate your support. Keep spreading out the word about this channel as we're at 1,522 subscribers and we're getting close to being monetized on this channel. I appreciate all the comments and all the support. Just keep spreading the word. Tell everybody, your auntie, your grandma, your dad, your mom, your dogs, your cats, and your squirrels. But like always, I hope you keep enjoying the content. Like always, stay positive, stay on your grind, and go Gators.